Hello, hello, hello. How are we guys doing? There is this one song on YouTube by Cimeris, or Cimeris, because I have a French way of reading things. It's titled Kiss Me Like a Lie, and I'm completely obsessed by it. So, this whole read that we are about to embark upon is basically inspired by that song. And it's gonna be, so if you watch tarot reads on YouTube, there's usually called what are his feelings for you, what are his thoughts, his, hers, if you, or you versus them. If you watch Christina from Sassy Scorpio Tarot, which I adore, she's wonderful. So this is gonna be like a you versus them situation, or his thoughts, his feels, your feels, but centered and inspired by Kiss Me Like a Lie from Cimeris, which means that each position will have a broader theme for each position, and that broader theme will be explored a little further based off the lyrics. As per usual, I will obviously indicate what decks I'm using and show them on camera. So the clarifying deck will be the Van Gogh Tarot, which works wonderfully well. And for this spread, because it's like a love theme thingy, we are introducing Secrets of the Rose Tarot. Secrets of the Rose. I found this one on Temu, but it's a pretty good quality, cardstock quality. The oracle will be Messy Truth, as I think it fits absolutely the theme, and the central, or just like the presentation of the signs for who I'm reading, will be the Barbiery Zodiac signs. So main deck, clarifying deck, and the two oracle cards. And I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit so you can have a nice screenshot opportunity. Here we are. The Van Gogh, I found it on AliExpress, but it's also on Temu. I saw it. It potentially has two names, but you can easily find the Van Gogh Tarot. Secret of the Rose on Temu, Messy Truth on Temu, and this, any regular normal shop will have the Zodiac. Barbiery Zodiac Oracle. So let's dive into it. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Sag. We are gonna poke around and dig in the very murky waters of potentially a broken relationship. Thus far, all my reads have been juicy, crispy, saucy, interesting. Cancer was the only one who got very positive given the context, which this read is inspired by a song by Cimeris called Kiss Me Like a Lie. The song itself is pretty light. I mean, the way I hear it, the way I take it, it's just casual banter or missed opportunity or miscommunication, or it's not as deep. But when I pasted part of the chorus into Gogh to have a deeper layered meaning for the position, it got dark real quick. So this might be a little intense, but we're gonna get through it. It's gonna be okay. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. I'm gonna have you on this side and your partner on this side. So let's dive into it. Oh, and as per usual, when I shuffle the cards, this is the off-the-record messages if anything needs to pop out, except a whole goddamn series or episode. If one or two cards will jump out, I take it off the record message that are of interest to you at this time. If nothing pops out, it means you're in the clear. Ooh, Sag, you are stressing and worrying and having poor sleep over something. So what is sneaking away from you? That cat looks very intruder-ish, as in sneaking away from the drama, from the conflict, from something. What is keeping you up at night? What is your source of stress? Is it like your inner demons? Is it a small pesky little thing? Oh, pesky little thing. The Lovers. So your partner is causing you worry at this time? Something for Sag. You're awfully quiet, Sag. The Tower, the Star, the Hangman. So wait, 16, 17 and 12. Interesting. Because these two follow each other, the Tower and the Star, but then the Hangman is like way before it. You are looking at things in a different perspective. Maybe you need to make a sacrifice in order to avoid the collapse of the Tower, before or after which you will need a bit of healing to allow wish fulfillment to enter your energetic vicinity and your 3D life. Knight of Wands. Bold, passionate, motivated, fun times ahead. Are you sort of enthusiastically passionate about a new project, something that you can get your hands on? It's work-related, action-driven, but it's also highly motivational. Oh, and now we have the Seven of Swords and the Knight of Swords. So someone somewhere might be using very brash communication or do things very swiftly, but also very shady, sneaky, lying, cheating, thieving. I'm thinking thief in the night, so like very doing something and then getting away with it. And if you do it in the cover of the night, it's definitely not sparkles and rainbows, or rainbows and butterflies. If you're the one who needs to do that, why? If it's done to you, be advised and be cautious, be on the lookout of people acting shady around you. So, let's cut, since you are not chatty, for the off the record part. Like I said, your side, partner side. Also, if it's not apparent, because I know it looks a little abstract, so this is literally the shape of a lip for Kiss Me Like a Lie. Oh, bottom of the deck we have the Star, which did flip out for you, so that's interesting. And it's on your side, so there's wish fulfillment. Beautiful on their side. Oh, this is so cute. Four of Pentacles holding on, Four of Wands building a relationship. That's so cute. King of Pentacles being comfortable in your finances, but here we got a bit of defensiveness or protecting something. Nine of Swords, again your first card, stressing, Queen of Pentacles, and the last will be the Last Judgment. So there might have been a lesson to be learned in this whole thing, to have the Judgment on the table. Okay, so let's see how this will unfold. First, on your side, the seductive lie. Kiss me like a lie, the kind that makes you stay. You offer intoxicating, beautiful deception, the kind of falsehood that feels like devotion and keeps someone emotionally hooked, even if it's hollow. Ooh la la! The star, wish fulfillment. So were you offering a wish fulfillment to your partner because they saw it as a Two of Cups? Seven of Pentacles, which is reflecting on the past, taking in the past circumstances, lessons, and the way you proceeded with whatever fits the narrative for you personally. Relationships, work, the way you were thinking, your outlook on life. It can be a lot of things, but it's looking back at the past and reflecting on actions taken so that you can allow the healing to take place, to have the wish fulfillment that the star is bringing into your life, which is otherwise a beautiful thing. So you did learn something, and you are I hope you are proceeding differently going forward to allow the wish fulfillment to enter your life. Maybe you needed to be patient. Oh, interesting. As I was shuffling the Van Gogh deck for a clarifier, we have the devil, toxicity, being bound, being easily charmed and seduced by tempting things, by temptation, by excess, by luxury, by whatever your weak spot is. This can be sex, alcohol, drugs, shopping, overconsumption, gambling. Everything that is in excess is the devil. It's the temptator, or the challenger, or the seducer, in going beyond the healthy bounds of whatever activity and going into the toxic over, which is then nefarious for your soul, your body, your life, your finances, everything. So maybe there has been a devil in your past which left you in this sense of anguish, of stress and worry, and now you need to reflect on the presence of this devil in order to heal and have your wish fulfillment, to allow the wish fulfillment and the healing to enter your life. If I go back to the whole position of the card, the intoxicating, beautiful deception, for the first two cards, it doesn't appear, because you cannot offer past reflection and healing and wish fulfillment as a lie. You really need the devil. So you need to, maybe did you offer excess, or did you offer more than what you could have technically delivered? That is a potential. But other than that, this is pretty healthy, wholesome, normal, organic. The devil really feels like belonging to the past and not so much affecting the aftermath, the healing and the wish fulfillment. So definitely past, which is good. On your partner's end, mercy denied. I was never meant for mercy. Deep internal belief that they are unworthy of gentleness, accepts punishment as their natural state. Which again, your cards very much contradict the position of, or the meaning of the position, since we have a Two of Cups, which is a beautiful soulmate, equally shared love. And I mean, also, okay, so we have that, which is the change and transformation, but I just want to pull your attention to something beautiful here. On your side, we have this couple very much in anguish, very much distraught, distressed, very much Nine of Swords energy, even though it's reflecting on the past. on their side, we have this beautiful couple in the outside, kissing, enjoying the good life, and also inside bound, restricted, outside in the free, in the open. It's the very interesting contrasting energies from your side to their side. And now with that, there is now a layer of allowing transformation and change and growth into how they perceive whatever is perceived as punishment, which in this case, how can a Two of Cups be punishment? It's literally they love you, you love them. Even if they might feel like you are on opposite ends of the landscape, and look at her side is spring and flowers, your side is cold and winter, but you somehow meet in the middle. If you have contrasting personalities, you find a way to riff off of each other's energy to literally meet in the middle ground, make compromises, and allow this beautiful wish fulfillment of the Two of Cups to thrive and nurture and bloom into something solid, beautiful, stable, like that house in the background. Let's see if we can have a little bit of detail. So we have the Seven of Swords and the World. So no more shady shenanigans. Lesson has been learned. No more hiding the truth. No more, or if it's not hiding, a sense of sneaking around, cheating, lying, thieving. No more deceit. No more need to be crafty around the truth. So whatever the Seven of Swords was, it has double-ended with the World, and that it has been squashed, nipped in the bud, or weeded out, or whatever. It's over. It's no longer in the landscape, and now it's definitely back to this beautiful, for you, wish fulfillment, and for them, the Two of Cups. So lovey-dovey, beautiful energy. So I'm guessing something here has been healed and you have reached a safe conclusion, middle bridge. Compromises have been achieved in order to step out of the whatever was causing anguish in the past. Whatever toxicity or addiction was the root cause of, on your side, excess, and then on their side, a need to act behind your back potentially. Back on your side, false depth, crocodile tears. Hold me like you mean it, then turn and run away. Master of intense momentary intimacy, followed by sudden abandonment. Performative passion without follow through. Which again, the card is speaking literally against the meaning of the position of the card, as we have a Four of Pentacles, which is very much holding on, stability, and maybe holding on to levels where you're not letting out what is deeply meaningful, significant, and of importance to you. Justice, you're holding on to justice, to fair retribution, aka of keeping things stable and correct and right. Meaning if they fucked up or if they did something shady, going back to the Seven of Swords, lying, thieving, cheating, you hold them accountable for their actions and for the consequences of said actions, which could, if we go back here, be the end result of this whole very intense grieving and turmoil depicted on your very first card. Just look at the expression of the characters and how they are very much, is it in focus? Very much distraught, and not in agony, but mentally, emotionally in a dire place. You don't run, well, I mean, although she has her back to him and seemingly in her thoughts, it's not like you are turning your back away. You are only doing it as a sense of just retribution, as a direct answer to your partner's shady behavior in the past, to perhaps teach them a lesson. If they want something more broad, something more open, they need to come clear with their intent, and you will balance the scale in a fair and just manner. If they want to have a night out with the boys, the girls, the buddies, and have a drink, just say it. Where you'll be, up until when, who's with you, so that there's no lies, deceit. Don't say you are going drinking, but then you're really going gambling and, you know, what's the word? Scattering all the money, or like draining the bank account and all that sort of stuff. Like be open, be honest, and you, as the Sagittarius, you will do your best to be fair and honest and just. Maybe hold a little bit the reins tighter to maybe have just a little bit of control over the situation without being overbearing, because you know very well the influence of the devil and how quickly something just fun can go into way overboard excess and end up in a very problematic situation. So you're coming from like a genuine, loving, caring angle or place of wanting to protect them against themselves. As I said that, I don't know if you can see it on camera, it's not as clear. We have the King of Cups, which literally what I said, coming from a place of genuine care and love and wanting to mentor and guide and protect and counsel your partner when they want to be a bit more free, a bit more open, a bit more out there, having fun, but not having to resort to lying, cheating, thieving to get that freedom and that openness that they crave with that world. If I read it that, because that's the wine that is coming off with this energy here. Now back on their side with the Four of Wands, which is the building of the happy family relationship, the home. This is normally the marriage card, which literally, I mean, she's not exactly in like, wedding gown, but this screams, a very stable, intimate date, living together energy. So, carrying your scars, and still left me all your scars, your partner becomes the container vessel for your emotional damage. You mark them permanently and walk away clean. Although in this read for the Sag that I'm reading for, you are more concerned about maybe mentoring and guardianship, but in a sense of like coming from a genuine place of love and making them avoid the same easily entrapment mistakes that you might have made in the past. Five of Pentacles. Which, okay, so interesting, because if I lay the cards down, you will have the Four of Pentacles going towards them holding on, and then Five of Pentacles being abandoned, left out, lacking, destitute. They become the container vessel for your emotional damage. Maybe your partner feels a little bit alone in the relationship, a little bit left stranding. Although you are in a relationship, in a committed thing with 4 of Wands, building that Ten of Pentacles legacy long-term thing, this is the roots, the foundations of that unity. They feel alone, abandoned, and left out in the cold. So there needs to be a better communication. Even if you love them, you need to be a bit more practical in showing the depth and the how do I want to phrase this? So you love them, that's beautiful, that's honest and sincere, but now you need to have a more practical approach in showcasing, in demonstrating in a way that reaches them and has an impact on them, because they feel a little bit abandoned by you, a little bit in the cold, a little bit not so much in the center of your focus and of your attention. That was too much, but here we have Temperance, which is all about balancing, healing, patience, restoring things back to normalcy, moderation. The Temperance is literally the answer to the devil. Where there has been excess, Temperance brings back the scales to normal, but there needs to be homeostasis, going back to a healthy boundary, healthy shared, healthy communication, healing. It's almost a little bit like the Star too, but very much patience, tender loving care, and being open, being seen, being validated, and not feeling alone in the union, in the partnership, in the marriage. You already have the purest form of love for them. You just need to be a little bit more practical in showing that to them to make them feel seen. Back on your side, danger as philosophy. You told me love was danger. You intellectually, spiritually justify toxicity, view love as inherently destructive, and use that belief to excuse your behavior. And we have the King of Pentacles, very much the one who is set in the comfort of the aftermath of their hard work, so stable, financially, like very stable, and with the Sun, a provider, very much the most beautiful energy of stability, reliability, being practical. And now that we have two kings on the table, you are both loving and providing stability and security. You are shining a light wherever you can. You just 1111 if you are into that stuff. I'm just gonna screenshot this. Dangerous philosophy. There's no real danger unless you are very clingy and very tight with your budget and not allowing useless expenses. Although with the King of Pentacles, it's very much the maturity of knowing how to handle your resources and your money. You can spend freely, but still be reassured that there is a constant source of income, like a passive income, to always refill your bank account and whatever you are spending, so you can spend a bit more freer. With the Sun, it's also a sense of something cyclical, something in the clear, being recognized. And I mean, literally, this is just like going on a vacation because you can, and experience the best, the good in life, because you have that much comfort and that much financial comfort and freedom to do the good stuff in life. There's also just pure happiness, being able to spoil who you love. Whoa, that was a whole freaking episode here. So, anything for the Sun? And what I was saying earlier, to be a little more practical, to show love and care, I think the King of Pentacles would be that person or that energy that can be a bit more practical and see what the partner desires the most, what caused them to act shady in getting that fulfillment. You can. You have the emotional intelligence and the care and the genuine honest wanting to spoil your partner, and with the King of Pentacles you have the means to do so. So the ball is in your camp. You can avoid the Seven of Swords energy and truly heal the connection and make them feel seen, validated, appreciated, spoil them, and take back this Five of Pentacles or move past it. Be a Six of Pentacles, giving back to whatever they are giving you, and be maybe a little bit above, a little bit more generous to make them feel appreciated, wanted, and desired. We have the Page of Cups. Dare to dream, dare to explore romantic gestures, small things that will make them feel seen, validated, and like have those sparkly butterflies as it was in the first moment when you met your partner. Okay, so with the Page of Cups, there's also, since it's a page, it's small communication, it's like a crush. So go back to that initial place where you were when you met your partner. Bring that back alive. Leave little love notes here and there. Surprise them. Make small things that will resurrect the dream of what you initially had when you got together with your partner. In order to, like I said, just show love in a practical way. Communication, dreams, just allow the simple, beautiful, small things to become the bridge that will solidify your union back with your partner. On their side, addicted to the divine spark. We never had a future, just a spark we called divine. They cling to the brief, transcendent moment, romanticizing the intensity even though they intellectually know it was doomed. Which is just that they know that the initial butterflies were those, and it's the natural process of life that we lose that initial spark, but they guard it as something sacred because that was the thing that made them choose you, which is that Nine of Wands, guarding the sacred, with the Ace of Swords, the cognitive realization that you were the one for them and how special and sacred you are in their life. So they treasure it like a secret, because I'm looking at how he's sort of teasing and shushing her a little bit. It's just like playful. Don't say it out loud because it will break the magic, and they want to keep that magic alive. That is the thread that is keeping them intertwined with your thread. If we go a little bit more metaphorical or more metaphysical in this thing. And honestly, like, I have nothing more. It's so weird because like it's just so simple and so straightforward. They're protecting that beautiful realization that they love you. And look, even here in the Ace of Swords, it's a minute detail, but there is a heart above in the window frame that is casting the light on the two characters. So this was divine love, and they are protecting it because even if they're not consciously aware, they feel it, and they know that it's worth protecting and defending at all cost, which is what the Nine of Wands is. It's a bit tiring, it's exhausting, but they are holding on because they know deep down inside the worth of that beautiful spark. And we have here The Fool. It's joyful, it's jolly, it's going in, well, not necessarily risk-free, but not being affected by the potential risk. It's really taking that leap of faith that everything will be alright at the end of the day, that the cliff is not that steep, not that deep. We are treading with an innocent, joyful, carefree, arms wide open approach to the situation, because the universe has their back. They just, deep down, they know it. So it's a sense of bringing back that joyful, playful energy to the table, to the relationship. And that is potentially what they are defending also. If you are the one who was like the silly go lucky let's play energy, because Sag is very much the explorer, the adventurer, the just get a backpack and go out there, visit whatever is on the horizon. They want to defend and protect that aspect of you, so that, because that's the thing that charmed them off their socks, or yeah, that made them fall in love with you. So they're protecting your core identity of the Fool, which the Fool is not technically a Sag card, but in essence, how should I say, both the Sagittarius and the Fool are very much, you cannot be contained. You need adventure, you need to be out there, you need to have freedom. And so they are defending that creative, free thinking, free doing aspect of you. They love that. And you need to bring that back on the table to reassure them that even if you are maybe spread out, dispersed all over, you still love them, and you are still that original spark that made them fall in love with you. Back on your side, creator of the villain. If I was the villain, you made me that way. You dressed me in chaos. You project, provoke, and literally shape them into the chaotic dark version of themselves. Then step back and let them carry the blame, which is a bit of avoidance. And here we have your Nine of Swords again, with that sneaky black cat trying to sneak off after mischief, and the Ace of Cups. Oh, interesting. Did you have an emotional affair, or like an emotional new spark for perhaps someone else, and that caused a rift, a breakage, that made them feel left alone, or that made them feel left out in the cold because your emotional interest was suddenly elsewhere, and you try to let the aftermath of that new emotional fulfillment sneak away silently in the night, while you carried the brunt of the heaviness of the emotional toil that it left on you, the heaviness, the guilt, perhaps the shame, or just those very swirly maelstrom of bad emotions. You fell for something new that was shiny, tempting, appealing, made you feel good, but the aftermath is you feel guilty, backstabby, maybe a little betraying, because you were already in this beautiful commitment, and this new shiny appealing cup, although very tempting with the devil, is countering what you have built the foundations of with your partner, and that might have opened the door for them to explore new avenues, but perhaps in a more sneaky, shady way, because they wanted to keep face and keep healing and working on the marriage, although feeling left alone, abandoned, and out in the cold, and still holding on to your core nature, even if you were emotionally perhaps a little bit elsewhere. The Magician, very much crafty, creative manifester. This is the person who is literally taking the idea from the ether, the as above, and makes it into a 3D concrete whatever in as below. So let's say you want a stew, you know what you need, you have all the ingredients, and you get to make the stew. That's the magician. In this case, an artist and a painter. So he has the inspiration, he has the tools, and he is literally making the painting. So maybe this new Ace of Cups was literally like a feel-good creative project in your life that took all of your time and left you with a sense of dread, anxiety, and stress because you tried to keep it a secret to some level. And by holding on to whatever this was, Four of Pentacles, you made them feel abandoned, left out in the cold in the marriage because you were selfishly very much focused on this new creative, emotionally fulfilling endeavor without telling them what it was and how important it is to you, how potentially impactful, or the fact of not opening up and sharing made it feel a little being excluded from something that could have been just beautiful, creative, and silly and fun, and just not having a very deeply impactful consequence on the relationship. But because you held on, you didn't let out how it impacted you emotionally, they paid the price with the Five of Pentacles. Now on their end, chaotic baptism. Oh wait, no. You dressed me in chaos and kissed it away. They are both costumed in destruction by you and momentarily absolved, forgiven through your kisses, a cycle of degradation and fleeting redemption. Queen of Pentacles, which is a direct counterpart to the King of Pentacles, so she's also financially well off, comfortable, but this one is very much warm, giving, practical approach in how she administers love and showcases love. With the Five of Cups, though, she feels the loss of something. There is a grievance, there is mourning, there is focusing on the loss that she does not have anymore. Interesting how we have on your partner's side, Five of Pentacles, Five of Cups. So there was definitely a sense of loss on their side, and it's still impactful enough that I pick it up energetically in their vicinity. So even if you made gestures or steps or something to reach out and balance the scales or heal the relationship, they are still impacted by the loss and the grievance and the mourning of this. I'm looking here, there might have been like one cup broken, maybe more, but two cups are always standing on the floor, if you can see it in the illustration. So even if there has been a small loss in some capacity, the healing process asks you to turn around and look at the two cups still remaining as they are there. And from 2 you can make 3, 4, 5, and you can go back to the 10 again. But one cannot stay in the lack mentality if they want success, stability, and going back to that luxe, comfortable, luscious, extravagant life where it's warm, practical, and just easy, comfortable, no stress, no worry sort of place. And we have the Two of Pentacles clarifying this situation here. So they are juggling their own financial status, the comfort that they have, the warmth, and potentially the wife motherly obligation as a queen, as a homebody, Queen of Pentacles, and the grievance of the loss that they suffered in some aspect with that Five of Pentacles earlier on, and the realization, or maybe the consequences of their Seven of Swords. It's a juggling act. Maybe they have too much on their plates, and that caused something somewhere to fall and break, to slip and fall and break. So they really need to focus on the Temperance card, on bringing back alignment, stability, healing, moderation, maybe a slower progress, a more honest, open, genuine communication and progress to whatever the situation is, so that it's not, so there's no distanciation and no two worlds apart situation. Whereas they might be envious of you creating, being artsy-fartsy, happy, being fulfilled on your own side, and they are left out, like not participating in the project that is fulfilling you. That is the creative, happy-go-lucky energy that they so deeply value and admire and respect and love in you. You need to share that cup and that magician with them. And the beautiful vintage lie in the center, the final card. And I'm good. The beautiful vintage lie. But you know how to lie like wine. Forget all the endings. Let the fire misbehave. The intoxicating, aged, almost exquisite quality of the deception itself. Both drink from it, both let the destructive fire rage, because the lie is too delicious to end. This is the magnetic center, or shared mutual complicity in beautiful ruin. And it's not technically that, because with the last judgment, we have learned a lesson and we are allowing a second chance, a revival, a healing process to activate and take place following Temperance, or preceding Temperance, or aligned with Temperance. But with the judgment, it's more like after Temperance. So we acknowledge that there was a problem, we acknowledge we need to work on it, and now the last judgment is literally, I will give back in order to heal, with the Six of Pentacles, in order to move past, to rebuild, to have this second opportunity at rebuilding stronger what has been cracked or a little hit by blows, and metaphorical blow, obviously, to the relationship. As I mentioned briefly, Six of Pentacles is giving back, it's being generous, or receiving back if they are the ones who were always the one giving. In this situation, you could, the both of you, in your own distinct capacities, give back to the situation. You giving more emotional, creative. So let's say you are inspired to create something. You are now implicating your partner in that creative project, because that is how you can give back to them and make them be seen, validated, and loved through the technicality of you welcoming them in your wild, creative, sort of free-flowing energy and life. And they are giving back to you in a more practical, hands-on, lovey-dovey, taking care of the home, of the children, of you as their partner, safeguarding your sacred spark, your creative fire. It's a mutually beneficial healing process, and a mutually beneficial giving back to one another to build a stronger bridge to link the two sides together, which is if there had been sort of toxic or bad energies, the conclusion is very beautiful, very honest, grounded. Six of Swords, moving into safe space, moving into or leaving choppy waters to reach the shore where you can build the house, the foundation, the new castle. If you have a house, you can build a castle, because this is like a better, more stable land. And as I saw that the last card that wanted to pop out is the Wheel of Fortune. Together, you and your partner will be blessed, will have good luck, will have good fortune, are able to literally not cheat, but literally be more like shining in the universe and win Willy Wonka's golden ticket, because you are united on the same wavelength, on the same page against everything that is countering you. Strength in numbers, in this case, strength in the union of you and your partner, disregarding the past ruffles or scratches or small wounds, small, depending on how deep it went, disregarding that, healing that, focusing on giving back to one another, on being honest and genuine and raw, allowing each other to exist and protecting each individual's core identity, and riffing off of what one inspires another, or if there's an outside sort of inspiration, incorporating the partner in that project or that feel good something, so that they are not feeling left alone, which is not causing the rift. If anything, you are consolidating your union and your relationship. Sag, this was absolutely freaking beautiful. It's definitely, so there have been like a little iffiness here and there, but it's minute. It's like small technicalities. You have the power within you to very much solidify the bridge, the union, the foundations of this beautiful union. Just don't let the devil and the Seven of Swords grab the best of either of you. Be very open, very communicative, very have a bit more practical approach to have an open heart chat. Let your partner in on whatever is fulfilling you emotionally, creatively, so that maybe they can bounce off you and give you ideas and reach the next stage, the next level of what makes you feel seen, validated, creative, all that good stuff with the Magician. It's like you have an idea and you are starting to create it. You share the idea with them, they give you another idea, and boom, it's a masterpiece. That sort of sentiment. And this will be a long one. Whoa, holy crikey. That jumped out real quick. We have hot and cold, mixed signals, pull, push, whiplash. I know Sag is like all over the place, but if you could just a little bit be more centered, a little bit more attentive in your partner's energies, needs, all that stuff, be more present in the couple, in the relationship, in the mutually shared whatever you are sharing with your partner, so that they don't feel that you are overly loving and then you forget they exist situation. So try to find a balanced middle ground somehow, somewhere. Your partner seems to be very focused on stability. Yes, they love your happy-go-lucky, let's go on a wild adventure aspect, and they will defend that, but they also need practical, nurturing stability, which you do provide with the Sun and the King of Pentacles. Just be more consistent with providing that to them, and everything will be hunky-dory. Sag, thank you so much for having been here with me. Thank you for allowing me to read for you guys. Next read will be Celtic Cross, much more lighter, I hope. This was just because I was obsessed. I'm still obsessed by this song. So thank you for having been here with me. Thank you for letting me read for you guys. Thank you for supporting my channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe if this resonated with you. And I will see you in the next video. Love you. Ciao, ciao. Peace out.